Hey people, Indrid here, Team Free For All Faction Rumble. This is the Judgment of Carrion, and blue team, some Space Marines in it. This is a Mizu with a Force Commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Alongside, Bum 9 with an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. The green team, it's Nurgle all the time, it's Magmabox and Korben Dallas. These guys are Plague Champions. Start off with the damage of a time bolt gun. They can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support. Can also repair. Looks like Alpha Legion elite scheme here. And some Iron Warriors elite scheme for Korben. The purple team is the Ordo Malleus. Crazy Chairman 96 is an Eversor assassin. A risk-reward melee brawler that explodes on death and tries to take you with him. And Mike with a brother captain, a durable hero. Walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and support fighting in melee. So what do we got here? What is going on this map? Each team looks like has 2 natural victory points, 2 here for Space Marines. The green team are a bit weird, Chaos in this case. They're like stuck in the northeast and southeast corners, a little bit isolated from each other and perhaps the other players. And here are the 2 northern purple VPs for the Ordo Malleus. Brother Captain comes down the west side to have a word with his Space Marine buddies. Apparently they are not quite pious enough. Been consorting with Xenos or Chaos or something. Here comes an Eversor assassin. He's been pointed at everything to kill it. Special attack misses. He's going to be super calm about that, I'm sure. Here's some Inquisitorial Stormtroopers for Crazy Chairman. That good burst damage on those las guns. Mike with triple Stormtroopers it's going to be. Scouts are persuaded to leave by hotshot lasgun fire. Force Commander runs. Strat Squad getting some hits in as he retreats. Where's Crazy Chairman's Strat Squad? Oh, they went east to tangle with the Chaos fellas. We got double CSM here for Korben and Magmabox with single CSM. Eternal War up already though, and there's some Nurgle worship for the health regen. Apothecary comes in to say hello using his chainsword. Heretics to counter initiate. Crack, crack, crack. Not using their Doom Blast. Oh, they just used it. I was going to say not using their Doom Blast because suppressing this guy is not useful right now. They shouldn't have used it. Should have just kept attacking him, I think. It's better to have that guy alive and hitting the Apothecary, I think. CSM able to get rid of him and take some heavy cover again. The Tax will come in for some melee, maybe pop their Kraken bolts. Meanwhile, Plague Champion joining in now with some stinky bolt gun action, and the Chaos fellas win the fight. They have both their naturals, but for how long? Eversor assassins come in to take the northeastern natural off the Chaos fellas. Yeah, it remains to be seen if they're going to have a rougher time holding their own naturals. They seem a little bit further from their HQs maybe. Look how close this natural power is to this base right here. I guess the natural powers aren't that far away from the Chaos fellas as well. Kicking off southwest, is it? Ordo Malleus have pressured a lot here. The Space Marine players are really pinned in, actually. Those CSM are still alive. They need some healing, though. Strike Squad in amongst some Chaos Space Marines here. Double CSM with Eternal War should be able to deal with them. Plague Champion support as well. But look at those specials. Specials win melee fights. And they are doing a great job against all of this. Can they get away without a model loss? They couldn't. But these guys are bashing this generator here. This natural one for Ordo Malleus. That will disable the victory point. These guys are trying to accrue victory points in this mode up to 2,000. See Ordo Malleus with a quad cap. There is a central contested victory point, of course, that you can't disable. Does not have a generator on it. Any war gear we see? Force Commander's got some, that's it. We have Artificer Armor and the Iron Halo is trying to be more steady in the field, a bit more durable. Got some Devastators up, got some shotguns up. But yeah, the Space Marines really got pushed quite hard early on, which sometimes happens in 3v3s when they kind of get outnumbered because they typically don't get the second Scout Squad up. Heretics Doom blasting some Strat Squad fellas, Plague Champion and CSM getting in some ranged attacks. Heretics wasting time running around though. Can they get a model off those guys? They couldn't. I think it's worth throwing your CSM into melee in that instance. If you've got heretics there to Doom Blast, chuck them in. Yes, they could throw out some special attacks as we saw, but being suppressed, it'll be harder for them to move around and get those specials off, and I think the CSM doing that melee damage ready for them to start retreating is worth it. Might see some Plague Swords or something. Noise Marines up for Magmabox. Those triple Stormtroopers with Sergeants, but they got those no fuse grenades, are a big threat to the Devastators. So they ran. Strat Squad with their Tomes of Titan. Grenade, they tried to get the Force Commander with it, who's got into some melee. Now some Shotgun Scouts coming in. They do have a grenade from their Sergeant. They didn't try to chuck it on those Strat Squad though. I thought we were going to see it there. Maybe we'll see it here. They're trying to get into position. I think they are, making sure they're on the right line. Oh, they threw it too far to the left there. Killed a couple of models. Killed one model. Oh, they killed something. A grenade that kills a model is a good grenade, I say. There's the banishment. But it turns out they weren't banished. We got some grenade launcher heretics. They need a way to stop these guys getting into melee though. Where is your way? Oh, it's Plague Sword time, is it? All you needed is fetid armor, I think. It would keep these guys suppressed for so long that you could just shoot them up. Maybe get the Bile Spear. Oh, he's down. Plague Champion's down. That's Korben. Magmabox, meanwhile, no war gear, but is harassing things with the Noise Marines. Double cap for Chaos. Still a decent VP lead for the Ordo Malleus fellas. Attacks with the Sergeant and the Plasma Gun. Some Stern Guard as well for Bum 9. And here's Mark of Zinch CSM for Magmabox. These guys don't have their aspiring champions queued up, we can see. You're going to repair this? You can repair the victory point power supply is what they're actually called. So you can capture the point again. But you need to pay for it. I think it's 15 power. Not cheap. Maybe it's 10. I forget. Uh-oh. Strat Squad get in before these guys set up. Shotgun Scouts a little bit late to the party. Those guys looking for grenades. There's one. Misses. Good opportunity for a scout grenade perhaps. There's VR the hammer from the brother captain. Oh, by the way, I don't think I mentioned this yet. We Are the Hammer now grants a small amount of splash damage for the brother captain. That was actually my idea, I think. And I completely forgot about it. I even mentioned in a previous cast that it looked like the brother captain was doing splash damage, but that's impossible. It is super possible. Just needs to use VR the Hammer. I think it's like 3 damage per swing. And if he gets the improved version, it's 5 or 6 or something. It's not a huge amount. It just helps him deal with like low-level melee squads early on in 1v1s and stuff. It was seen as one of his weaknesses. And now he can deal with them a little bit better. Chaos Dreadnoughts are up. Already got one for Magmabox. Oh, hey, he's a dead brother captain now. Force Commander, Thunder Hammering. Another Chaos Dreadnought on the way. Here's Magmaboxes in its default state. Autocannon. Crazy Chan with the Terminator Librarian. There's Sanctuary. And there is the Eviscerator Axe. So Killzone is up too. And he's popped Cyclone. Bad time for that Plague Champion to be here. Down he goes. Here comes the Dreadnought. Going to get some melee attacks. Can he get a model? Not quite. Killzone is badass. You're just trying to avoid it if you can. This power supply is still down. What about this one? That one's up. This hasn't been captured. Any of the others down? Doesn't seem like it. The mid is blue for the Space Marines. Looks like we had a zombie Strat Squad fella there for a second. Tier 3 for Crazy Chairman. Tier 3 for Magmabox. Bit of action here. Force Commander being shot up. Tanked a hell of a lot of it though with his war gear. He's on level 2 as well. Mizu got some late attacks in. Maybe it was a drop pod somewhere. It's C1. Yeah, Magmabox in tier 2, in tier 3 with a chunk of resources as well. Could see a tank or something. Any war gear for these Plague Champions? Just the sword. Scout's going to have a bad time. Here comes a Dreadnought. Kicking off again in the southwest. Mizu's been stuck here for a while. I don't think they've lost a unit though. They've just been harassed and bled a bit. As this relatively mobile force of stormtroopers, and now they've all got plasma guns. With a Terminator Librarian at the head of the army, throws up the sanctuary, makes everything fall over. Scouts coming in for a flank. Don't have the energy to chuck a grenade, and here comes a strike squad, and there's the plasma overcharge thing to suppress them. Force Commander took so much damage getting in here, gets suppressed by the plasma overcharge. It's going to go down, I think. Down he goes. There's for the Emperor on the Devastators, but the Terminator Librarian gets in and kills one. He's got that inspiration on kill with his fancy power sword there. Mizu not feeling confident about his position. He's had a rough time, hasn't dealt with all those stormtroopers super well. Assault Marines might have been awesome for Mizu over there, went for the Devastators instead. And they've been handled quite well by the stormtroopers. Getting into good positions, chucking grenades and stuff. Eversor Assassin now has friends on. There's that kill zone, which debuffs enemies in it and buffs the Eversor Assassin in it. It makes him insane, especially if he pops all of his other stuff like Hyper Metabolism and Psychon and friends on. He can just stack so many buffs on himself, that guy. Got to try and make him waste that kind of thing by being mobile and leaving, which is not Chaos's strong suit, especially with a Plague Champion. And Magmabox had a really bad fight in the southeast. Just got an aspiring champion, but here comes a great unclean one. They had a Space Marine Dreadnought here, Stern Guard veterans, and missile launch attacks. That's what dealt with the Dreadnought, I guess. Yeah, you can see the remains of it there. Great unclean one is on the way though. They're power bashing all the way north. Plague Champion got a bit too close to stuff and died. Dreadnought backs off with Mark of Zinch, and he did bash this power supply. This one is still down too, but the captain is still down too. Grey Knight Terminators for Crazy Chairman. There's a tier 3 for Korben. Mizu has gone as well. Looks like Bum 9 is going to be the last play in tier 2. What's going on the VP's quad cap for the Space Marine fellas? They don't even have both their own naturals. They have both the Chaos naturals, the contested, and one of their own naturals. Customized Stormbolter now in for Bum 9. Armor of the Apothecary and improved medical equipment as well. This guy needs repairs. Here come the scouts to do it. Multi-melter on the way, which is fun to see. There's the repairs. Doesn't have anything else in their army that can repair Bum 9. The scouts probably need to stay close to the Dreadnought for a while. Got some hidden strat squad thanks to Codicum Aeternum. There it is. Scouts can be sneaky too, and they can chuck grenades. Decent grenade. Didn't get a kill. It hit the sergeant. There's a smite from the Terminator Librarian. And another one from the other fella. Hello, Devastators. Are you shooting or what? That was weird. They did not want to shoot a lot. Getting 2v1'd here pretty much. I'm not sure how much of Crazy Chairman stuff is here though. Looks like it's the Terminator Librarian. And there's your great unclean one. Some repairs here for this other Dreadnought. Magmabox still has the heretics to worship that fella. They just don't feel like this power supply is safe to repurchase, I guess. Which is fair enough. It's been pressured a huge amount. Can the scouts get one really good grenade, maybe? Ordo Malleus. Did they decap it and then bash it? I think you only need to bash them. And it will decap, right? Great unclean one's coming over to have a word. Passively damages nearby enemies, this guy. Big melee damage and some nasty abilities too. I expected to see some foul snare action, but we didn't see it. Killed that fella. in the west side. Space Marines push back. Look at that overcharge shot. Suppressed all of that stuff. There's They Shall Know No Fear. Shotgun scout blast in. Those stormtroopers getting very close to death. Chuck a grenade and run. They made it out. Land Raider Phobos on the way for Korben. Mizu has a Predator tank, and I don't think they've seen it yet. Mike. Meanwhile, Plague Fist time for Magmabox. Korben's down next to this power supply. Now, is that power supply bashed? No, not quite. Here's the tank, has the extra armor. They all retreat off to heal up. We've got the Devastators to look after the VP. Maybe they'll repurchase it now that they have the tank. They're using it to power bash, which gives away its existence. Scouts grabbing the mid for Bum 9. Great Unclean One still milling around this VP. Chaos have their 2 naturals back, but Grey Knight Terminators are harassing things, and they are cleaving through it with a Psy Cannon. Look at the damage of that Psy Cannon. Uh-oh. They renamed that thing. I can't remember what they named it to, though. It used to be called Holocaust. They named it to something else. Those guys got messed up by it and lost the model. Lifts you in the air for a few seconds and does some damage over time. And because it's a levitation thing, you can't retreat out of it. Bloodletters on the field for Magmabox. Our melee demon fellas. Good at chopping up heavy infantry. We'll see how they do. Lot of the heavy infantry around. Vindicator Assassin on the way for Crazy Chairman. Purgation for Mike. And they have a conversion beamer anti-vehicle weapon. Although... oh, they weren't set up apparently. Can they get one shot? Does more damage the further away you are. Look at that for a hit. Snare on hit as well. It's a relatively weak snare, I think, until you use Electro Pulse and he gets a better snare, which is the ability they start with. Brother Captain kitted out, Nemesis Warding Staff, Holy Armor of Titan, and the Unending Purge. Looking to purge everything around here. Magmabox has got some late game Raptors, maybe looking for Melter Guns. And here's the Land Raider Phobos with Plasma Guns aplenty. Kodaka may turn them up on the Eversor Assassin, which does give him a melee buff, you know. He's got a Melter Bomb too. And Frenzon gives him, what is it again? Immunity to everything, yeah. Suppression and knockback and damage resistance, but he loses health and energy. There's the kill zone. And the Plague Champion got like 2 shot there, but they've dealt with him, he's off. Vindicator Assassin getting shots in using Exodus rounds. Could use Turbo Penetrator and put damage on the Phobos. Oh, we got some Chaos Terminators in there. Didn't even see them. They got claws up and everything. Look at them go. Meanwhile, natural victory point here of the Space Marines having to deal with a demonic incursion. That was a strange place to shoot your missile there, Mr. Tactical Marine. There's a Great Unclean One, and they tried to shoot it out of Bloodletters. Got some Loyalist Terminators for Bum 9, also for Mizu. Sanctuary doesn't save you from the wrath of Bolter Fire, I suppose. And oh, they still haven't repaired this. Tax retreat. They got a plasma gun. Assault cannons up. And there's his Stern Guard at level 2. With no indicator on their... with no symbol on their indicator, which means, I think it means they've never switched their ammo. Plague Champion died. Got too close to the base. They did bash that power supply. Raptors have their aspiring champion and they leave. The base is quite close there actually. Meanwhile, west side, Mizu pushing through. Getting some work done now. Decaps the VP. Unending Purge healing up the Brother Captain there. And then he spots a tank autocannon shooting at him and it decides to back off a bit. Where's his... oh, the Purgation have gone down. So it doesn't really have anti-vehicle here. Who's talking to me? Is it the Grey Knight Terminators? I don't know. Maybe it's the Chaos Terminators yelling at me. some kind of Terminator. Brother Captain popping the Immortal. Orbital bombardments. I'm not sure who dropped that in. Everyone's got so much red. Tank has been really solid though. They couldn't push through the tank and the Terminators. Brother Captain went down. Force Commander's also down over here. Anyone coming over to... no, Apothecary's really far away from reviving. Raptors, oh, they lost their aspiring champion. What are the chances? VP lead for Ordo Malleus, but it's a double cap for Chaos. Triple cap now for Space Marines. They could catch up. Careful mid, says Magmabox. Plague champion still down. Bashing power is Mizu. Needs to watch out for a flank. Don't see any on the way. What is this? Oh, Devastator's trying to... oh, they aren't watching anything now. They're not even set up. Because having a chat over there. Hey, hey, Purifiers for Crazy Chairman. They can benefit from the kill zone. They won't get the buffs that benefit the Eversor, but they'll get benefits from other things being debuffed. So boss has done really well. I thought it would just be set upon and taken out, but got a great unclean one looking after it. Okay, Ordo Malleus are getting their natural victory point back here. Crazy Chairman showed up to try and get revived as well, but they're taking a bunch of damage. Whole bunch of damage, getting suppressed by the assault cannon. And tank. And they do not get away. There's that explosion on death. Paladins on the field now for Mike. Unique to the Brother Captain. Almost taking out the tank immediately. Using their teleport to try and get the kill. And they probably will as it passes by. Yep, down it goes. Purifiers are also chasing in. And they have a heavy melee Demon Hammer. Terminator's trying to escape. Stern Guard using their vengeance rounds to shoot down the Paladins. No, they're shooting at the Strat Squad. They should be using Kraken bolts for that. I think these guys are going to be okay. Although, maybe I've spoken too soon. Paladins aren't going to care about base turrets. Oh, they care about the base turrets. They are backing off. There's a psychic field to silence all this stuff from the Purifiers. I really thought the Paladins were just going to chase into base and destroy everything, but they didn't want to face tank the heavy bolters, apparently. And Great Unclean One and Chaos Terminators in this Space Marine base, taking out Loyalist Terminators. Claws doing their thing. There is a 50% damage resistance when you're in base, and they were just able to get a reinforcement there. So I'm not sure how much more of that they can do. Great Unclean One is smacking base turrets. Foul Snare, and down goes the Terminators. Bum 9's in a really bad spot. Are they able to finish the scouts too? Maybe. Bloodletters showing up. Bloodletters can't be suppressed. So they're actually decent at going at turrets even if they don't have their teleport available. It's been repaired. Hey, now they can try and cap it. GG, says Bum 9. They are down to nothing between Ordo Malleus and Chaos, maybe, unless Bum 9 can recover, but I'm not sure if they can. They might just try and destroy this base. There's an orbital. Apothecary doing what he can, shooting stuff. Actually a decent nuke. That killed the Bloodletters. But the Terminators are still here, and the Great Unclean One is still here. Bum 9 does have a lot of resources. They could recover. They don't think much of Mizu, apparently. Mizu's a solid player, but he's been under huge amounts of pressure by Mike. Crazy Chairman. Oh, they're going to bash this. They're not going to take it. I think they should take. I think they should take it. Chaos seem kind of preoccupied right now. It would give them the triple. Maybe they plan to bash that and go mid and take this. Who's going to cap this then? Fellas? Maybe those heretics? The heretics will try. Meanwhile, Bum 9 has some Terminators and a level 10 Apothecary, and they're going to try to recover here. Mizu with Terminators of their own, of course, and a Land Red Redeemer on the way. Ordo Malleus team up to 1,500 VPs already, though. They do have this VP back, finally. Strat squad are going to break it, though. Meanwhile, North. Chaos are taking Ordo Malleus' natural. This Phobos has basically been unopposed, kind of thing. They need to repair this and cap this back. Are they going to do it? Gotta repair it, fellas. You can't just cap it. They're trying to cap it. Great Unclean One is surrounded. Eversor Assassin's in there. Level 7. He's doing a hell of a lot of damage. Great Unclean One, I think, is going to go down. Oh, Blood Crusher's helping. There's a Plague Champion in there as well. But yeah, it's going to go down. And I need to clear the hell out when it does. Oh, here's Chaos Terminators. Showed up a little bit late. But they have shown up, and here's some more Chaos Terminators. I wonder if these Grey Knight Terminators are going to get away. That guy's going to have a grand old time and explode. There it is. Orbital to try and save them. I don't know if they're going to make it. They're trying to. Blood Crusher giving chase. Blood Crusher does good. DPS is really mobile too. One of them left. Blood Crusher doesn't want to chase with these Vortimer Razorbacks here. These things have Psy Cannons with good damage to all targets. There's some Paladins as well. They're going to try and grab this VP back. This one can also be grabbed. This one's been bashed again. Bum 9 has a tank. Here it is. Going for Las Cannon Magmabox with Bloodletters on the way. Is that double Lightning Claws for Korben? It is. They were both Korbens that we saw. I assumed one was Magmaboxes, but nope. He's gone full-on Claws. Phobos takes a bunch of damage there. It's really... Actually, it's not. I was going to say it's really far forward, but the Chaos bases are on the east side. It's not that far forward at all. Just a weird map. Oh, Mizu doesn't know how to fix the victory point. I guess it was Bum 9 that fixed it before. I wonder if it's the first time Mizu's played a free-for-all. There we go, he's fixing the victory point. Maybe they would have had better luck. I mean, would they? If he fixed it before, he was under so much pressure, just would have got bashed again. But now it's fixed. Maybe they can hold it with the Land Raider Redeemer. Need to cap it though. Looks like the Force Commander's going to cap it. What is this? Just a big blob of Terminators on the map I was looking at. There's Killzone. Looks like Mind Blades have been put on him too, or is that just the buff that Killzone gives you? Yeah, that might have just been Killzone giving him that circle there. Friends on his pot. One of those Terminators might wipe. Not sure why Purifiers weren't getting involved there, but now they are. Korben does not care about preserving his Terminators. He's going in for the kill. Going to take out his Grey Knight Terminators, but they are reinforcing. I don't think those guys are getting away. There's another friends on. Where's the cooldown on that? Did they kill them both? They did. Okay. What is this? That is a Chaos Predator for Magma. Already being hunted by Bum 9, has got scouts up to repair that thing. They should be able to cap this, right? It's not bashed. Purgation trying to steal this one. Up almost 1700 victory points for Ordo Malleus, but Chaos are right on their heels. Mizu going to push through onto the natural of Mike. He's got some paladins though, and purgation, so that land raider needs to be careful. Not to mention a Vortimer Razorback. I guess the other one went down somewhere. Triple cap for Space Marines. They're not out of this. They've got that triple cap. What is this now? This is Bum 9 having a go at this natural victory point of Chaos. Maybe the Terminators can cap it. Turret goes up. There's a Cyclone. Mostly dodge though. Yeah, tank having to back off. Big fight here. Down goes that Terminator Librarian. Assault Cannon. If they can target those Stormtroopers, they can get a whole bunch of inspiration buffs off those kills. They are running though now. Force Commander needs to be careful here. Needs to try and run. Could not run. Stern Guard switching to the Vengeance rounds. We're a bit too close to some Paladins, and the Heavy Bolter's not going to do a whole lot. Terminators can get inside the Land Raider maybe. Ordo Malleus starting to pull away a bit, almost at 1800 VPs. Chaos need to get that natural back. Did the Terminators get inside? I didn't see. Yeah, I think they did. So can't select it. Scouts just granting some vision here apparently. They can't chuck their grenade anymore. Purgation getting shots in. There's that frag assault. Terminators get back out. They can reinforce off this Land Raider, of course. Oh, hey, some more Terminators. Did not get assault Terminators, really? That is very strange. Get assault Terminators, give them claws. All of a sudden, these Paladins aren't chasing you anymore. Really should have got lightning claws there, I think. Here's an orbital going off on the Ordo Malleus natural. Getting close to 1900 victory points, the Ordo Malleus fellas. This is a Land Raider Crusader. We've all seen all the Land Raiders now. They're trying to just bash this power supply. They're going to get it. Down it goes. Noxious Cloud thrown in. And here we see Korben trying to stand their ground. They have more Terminators, which is amazing. Didn't give them claws though. Down goes the Phobos. Got rid of the Terminator Librarian, but Grey Knight Terminators are here, level 3 Purifiers are here. Chaos Terminators having to teleport out, and they didn't teleport them very far, did it? I think they're going to wipe. GG, says Magmabox. They are down to just Heretics. They had a rough old time down here. Bum 9 got through. Look at that recovery. Look at that recovery. Need to fix this power supply again. That's being taken by Bum 9. Ordo Malleus almost at the 1900. Only a single cap though. But they're still going to be getting points as long as they just have one, I guess. Korben with some chosen Plague Marines. Chaos team is reeling. They put everything into that last little push there. Gotta fix this, my friends. Mizu. Double and a triple. Well, here's Mike back on the VP. Oh, it's been repaired now. A little bit late. A little bit late. And really should have got assault Terminators, I think. Land Raider's going to get taken out here by the Paladins. There's Mind Blades on them too. And a nuke just in case. Looks like the Ordo Malleus have this. They are the elite of the elite for a reason. And there's the game. I think, nope, my game just alt-tabbed by itself for a second, and now my UI is absolutely freaked out. Oh well. This is our life now. Very strange. The resolution's got very weird. But the Ordo Malleus are going to take this with a triple cap at the end. I'm discombobulated by this UI. Not sure if it will show up like this in the recording. Okay, there's the game. Just my PC got infested by demons at the end. Never seen that glitch before. Let's look at his heroes. End of the game. Level 5 Force Commander down. Had his hammer and his halo. And if Mizu knew about repairing their VP, maybe they would have had more VPs. It was still pretty close though. Magmabox level 5 with Icon of Nurgle, Armor of Pestilence, Plague Fist, good old build. Eversor Assassin level 9 was vicious with the axe. Where's the base DPS for this thing? 65 power melee. Level 10 Apothecary, seems to be level 10 for ages as well. Level 3 Plague Champion for Korben. And Mike was level 5 with a Brother Captain. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for this weird visual UI glitch at the end. Thanks to Crazy Chairman for putting the lobby together and sending in the replay. See you guys next time.